Very well.
Dragon Sword.
After a day's journey through the mountains,
I am needed.
I don't think ice trolls really require anything special.
Very well.
So I don't need fire to use fire to kill them. Right. There shouldn't be much fighting here. This is our rest area, more or less. Yeah, 3 poison damage per tick.
Ready.
Previous spider was 2 poison damage per tick.
Let's go to work. I shall not fail.
Are we only going to get 6 castings per level? Specialist mage, I think I can get more. It doesn't matter, it's the flexibility you really want. But I'm pretty sure wizard then gets more. Well, whatever.
What would you have of me? Understood.
But below me timbers. Are you affected by this piece of shit? Sort of.
I shall be swift about it.
Be swift about it. Casted a lightning bolt. I don't see how the fuck that could have happened. I mean, I keep it there though. But that's the benefit of the lightning bolts.
I see.
I guess the problem is that I can't shoot it in a direction. I have to target it at something. So at a close range target, if I target this one, it'll probably shoot there. But if we're so close, it might basically shoot at any direction in a wide arc. So it might start triggering between the walls once in there. So I guess more or less that's the problem I have. Holy shit, this is a great spell.
shall not fail.
I'm gonna need a distraction. So, Spider Bros. There's a lot of buffing going on somewhere. Not to haste the spiders.
I am neat. Very well. Madness. Ready. I shall slip back.
Free spider's poison is actually quite hard to
Let's go to
resist.
work. It will be done. What would you have? I see.
Something disabled my defense at some point. And pay attention to that. Spell immunity would
shall not
protect
fail.
us from that kind of crap. Just 100,000 more and we'll be there. Still, it's another 1,000 and another 1,000 and another 1,000 constantly. So 100 of those, yeah, it's not undoable. Fuck. God, exactly in the wrong direction. Still got two hits on the top wizard, man. That's something. Give me a lightning bolt. I'm gonna have to race after this anyway. Okay, what the fuck happened? I shot the lightning bolt there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it went flying somewhere.
Ready? I shall not
Might be
fail.
able to do a little bit of killing here. I'd like to know where the fuck did the lightning bolt go? There aren't that
Let's go
many
to work.
places it could have gone.
Very well.
Right.
What would you have of me?
The loot tends to disappear after a while, so might as well see what they dropped here. Okay. Have to go deeper apparently. Okay, Spider will teleport it immediately when he sees it. I think if I give them order to attack, they'll basically try to walk to the target, but if they spot it on their own or react to it on their own, they'll just teleport to it directly.
Ready?
Right.
I see.
Good enough. Things went a little bit better than I thought. And I like the lightning bolt. I've always liked it. It's the problem I have with it is usually it's troublesome when you have to have a tight control of a situation, which is almost always when you are fighting with a party. So it's basically shit because of that consideration, not because the spell is bad necessarily in any way.
I see.
It's just sometimes a worse spell is better because of those considerations. But now that I don't have to give a shit about anything but my own well-being, I can have some fun with this spell.
Very well. You hurt us.
Bombardier beetles, that's something I didn't want to see. Not sure how they would be affected by this. I didn't kill the shaman yet. There's probably more bombardier beetles there anyway. I think I'll save these for trolls. They might be somewhat useful in other situations. And I can't put them in containers. Okay, I can put them in the bag of holding. So technically not potions for reasons. Ooh, raid spiders only affected by magical weapons. That's bombardier beetles. This calls for a lightning bolt. Fuck me! If he attacks me, I'm in deep trouble. Ooh, they're stuck for some reason. That's nice. I'm trying to think of a way I could hit him in a single spell. Lightning bolt would be one, but I'm gonna murder myself if I do that. But where's... it still works, probably. Okay, those should be easy pickings. I can't be held in one place. Beetles actually do quite a lot of bad things. Okay, but they're so low level that I can ignore that. Alright, this is a all fairly harmless fight, but it gives you some amount of experience. Three ray spiders, one sword spider. So they're somewhat magic resistant. I need to take the lower resistance spell no matter what. I think greater malice and the lowest saving throws is not that important, although it can be useful against certain bosses, but I absolutely have to get every creature to be affected by magic. This might be a good thing to test something else. Does webbing work on these? Yeah, unaffected by webs. Which is a very, very good thing. Right, no real risk and 5,000 more or less experience points. Right. More importantly, important information about what the spiders can and cannot do. So it has the synergy I hope it would have. We can take on a decent amount of enemies with the 3 summoned spiders. Not too worried about that. Only clear this level for the most part. Not that there's much to clear, I suppose. This looks like a dead end, but I'll make sure. But the bridge is the only path forward. Since we're gonna have to go past the exit anyway, we might as well race. The 3 spiders are not enough to when we continue forward. I think there were slaves here and then there's some kind of a lizard man king there.
I shall not fail. Anytime.
Well, this is certainly the king's area. Where did you learn to speak common, you ignorant savage? I've seen idiotic goblins with better speech than you. You're pretty touchy, aren't you? Yeah. At least 2 shamans and the king. That's a lot of trouble. Well, why the fuck did it shoot backwards? This is the sort of horseshit that the close range targeting causes. And I have no fucking idea why it has to be like that. Okay, the Lizard King is not gonna be a problem for us. Well, maybe a little bit of a problem. Lizard Man is unaffected by effects of the web. Who the fuck is affected by the web? Let the spider bro handle him. I can handle a few hits. Oh, you motherfuckers. Wait, wait, wait. Just want to make sure I actually got experience from playing that goddamn game. No, you go there. I'll
It
stop
will be
blocking your
done.
path.
You cannot. What would you have of me? I see. I am needed. Very well.
Ah, he's dead. The moment they get poisoned is when their game is over, basically. Should be protection from acid. I'll keep it in the inventory instead of bringing it in the bag. That could be very useful here. I need to basically remind myself that I need to identify it so it becomes useful to me. Antidotes? Yes. Very good to have. Boots of something or other. We should be able to rescue the prisoners. That's a experience points boost. 70,000 for a level. Smooth sailing so far. I'm going to talk to every prisoner just in case some specific one needs to be talked to in order to get what you can get from these. I seem to recall it came automatically, the notification, when you try to go to the lower level. Need to rely on my spider bros. I have no protections. Sensible casting choice. Okay, they can't come through there. What a shame. I think I'll whip their asses. I don't get why they're unaffected from the web though. I mean, they're lizards. There's something about lizards that are immunity to web. I just don't get it. Thank you for saving us from the key. There's 30,000. So it should be less than 50 for the level up. 38. That's a bit of a problem. Should have just loaded.
You cannot win.
He seems to be stuck there, so he can't really win either.
Ready?
I'm reluctant to cast any spells because all spells now are area of effect. Scorcher would be the least damaging, but even that, yeah, they move, so they might go into line of fire. Fuck, it's just faster to load.
It will be done.
Magic immunity might not be a bad choice for the first 5th level spell, as highlighted by the situation here. The first thing they do, the trees in a fight, is dispel my protections. So they're all worthless unless I can protect myself against their dispelling it. So some kind of a protection against that has to be high priority.
It will be done.
Really sizable level. I think the temple was here, somewhere here. That's where the real big fight is gonna happen. Then the rest will be path to another level. And at the side here was some kind of a tunnel that had a ton of those little bombardier beetles.
I shall not fail.
We should also start seeing trolls here.
Ready? I see.
Hostile spider bros.
Let's go to work. I shall not fail.
This is a bad idea. Yep. It was actually a god awful idea, but I still do it and did it anyway.
Understood.
Stay still while a guy who can throw poison your way attacks you.
Ready? It will be done. Come then. Vita for Vita for
What I don't get is why they're so fucking dead set on, or my guy's dead set on attacking that lizard guy. That's something I don't get. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Still, got all of them. So good for me, I guess.
Vita for
Not sure what would be the best way to deal with these guys. I would like to get all of them gathered up in a single place, but I don't think that's possible. Might be able to do something such as equally good though. It's a direct line, more or less. So this could cause a lot of fuss there. And why the fuck did it bounce from that specific spot? I don't know.
Understood.
It just did. Because of reasons. More or less as planned. Didn't get everyone, but got enough.
Vita for
24,000. I suppose this is one of the lightning bolt's better qualities too. You can fire it outside your actual vision range. Beetles. Patrols 2. Patrols 2. I need someone to keep killing them there. I don't want you to come here, you piece of shit. Attack the one that attacks you. That's something useful.
Shall not fail.
This is a tricky situation now. Why aren't they attacking me? Rather, why is he the only thing here? I think they got stuck there because of the pathfinding again. Yeah. Too big for anything but the beetles. Well, I'm not complaining. I can't keep going in this direction, I'll just encounter more of these annoying little bastards. There we go. Just a little bit too far.
Ready? It will be done.
Sure it will.
Very well.
Sort of feel bad for doing this. Spider that deserves to die. Okay, apparently that doesn't work. I thought it would target the creature, not the location. Although I guess it makes sense the other way around too. Did it evade the fire damage? Yeah, it didn't. No, it just doesn't actually do any real damage. It's meant to finish off trolls, not do anything useful.
I shall be swift about it.
Have any spells?
Anytime.
10 days later.
I shall not fail.
multiple trolls. I don't know what would be the best way to try to deal with these. Yeah, iron is needed to kill them, but that's really a little problem here. We still need to kill them first.
I see.
Sword spiders are occupied already because of the poison. So's the troll. It's dead, he just doesn't know it yet.
Ready? It will be done. Let's go to work. I shall not fail.
15,000. We're gonna get the level up on this level.
What would you have? Anytime.
Or not. There doesn't seem to be all that much left here anymore.
I shall be swift about it.
Be swift about it. Ooh, can we disable it there where it will block the trolls? No, but we can also do shit to the trolls apparently. This is a fantastic spell. No two ways about it. Right. Okay, this should be surrounded by trolls if I recall correctly. Yeah, I got pissed because of that. Too many trolls. Might be better to try to get all of them after us. We have a couple of decent area of effect spells that we can use to take them down, but I don't think I can take all that many down at the same time unless something else happens. Okay, just 2, 3. And the pathfinding screws them over too. I do actually need all the 3 of them to be in a similar close proximity to each other. I only have 3 fire spells, so I can't use them to kill him. I can summon a single spider, but I think we're gonna need to do a little bit lightning bolt type of stuff here. No possible way this could go wrong. Uninjured, uninjured, near there. Hello. One down. Injured, injured. This can go anywhere.
Sorely injured.
Still, it did enough damage that we can finish this. $6,500. Right. I'll wrap up the second level, and I think I'll leave things at that. The toughest part should be here in that narrow spot. A lot of clerics. I'll see if I can clear the way there at least a little bit, so I don't have to waste so many spells then too. Basically clean up the place for the battle. Here it goes. Troll took some damage. I can't actually, well, I can't kill trolls, that's why we have the little potions there. What else happened? Alright, if we could kill these two, I would guess I would be satisfied with that. And he goes down. Trolls seem to function with a delay, that's why I don't, that's the one thing I don't like about that mechanic. Because you can wail on them for a long time even though they should be dead already. I feel like there should be another way to do it. Not necessarily even change the fact that they don't go down immediately, but some kind of indication that they're basically down. You can stop attacking them. Although it's not like this is a major thing, just like it, you can probably do it better, that's all.
Let's go to work.
If you're one of those people who doesn't like all that hand holding, those kind of aids like the exact area the fireball effects being shown, things like that, but I think a Pillars of Eternity has a good solution to that. You can just disable those aids. So if they're not for you, disable it. "14 days later." After 2 weeks of camping in front of one of the main access points at the higher level, apparently someone has enough interest in this situation to come and take a look what the fuck is going on. Why the amount of trolls? Where the fuck these trolls gonna start? Why? Why now? I guess they could have been coming our way the whole time. I'm gonna try fireballing. Not fireballing, but to lightning bolt them. This cannot go wrong in any way. So close, so close! There we go. Ho, 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 ho. You're fucked. You're both fucked, probably. Right. Pretty sure the troll is dead too. Right. Hello. I wonder how many enemies are actually on our way. Are they stuck on something? Wait, what the fuck happened to the rest of the raid spiders? Uninjured. No, yeah, both of them were uninjured. I don't get the traps that somehow either they react so slowly no one gets affected, or they just explode after all the danger has passed. And now there are trolls here. Fuck. Hello, Mr. Troll. Sort of want to cast a lightning bolt, but I know that's a terrible idea. Only 8 points of damage. That's like... He made a saving throw probably, so 16 points of damage. Potential would have been 50 something. Yeah. So it was bad roll in combination with a saving throw. I think I'll just summon some help. We need to rest anyway because we got to level up.
What would you have? I shall be swift about it.
Be swift about it. Yeah, I need help with this fucking troll, please. Right. Tilted. 5th level spells. And nothing else. So this will matter. Okay, this is clearly the level of summoned creatures. But this is also pretty much taken from normal weapons, which is sort of worthless already. I'm not really interested in that. Except it might be good against some things, however it's not a priority by any means. Good ones would be spell immunity. This is pretty much I wouldn't say mandatory, but this is the best thing ever. Because it protects you from abjuration, which is a lot of spells that attack your own spells. So if you want to maintain your defenses against other people, you have to have immunity against their spells. one way or another. Spell immunity is a good way to do it. Spell shield would be another. It's a longer duration. Protected against the next magical attack against him. This doesn't. I don't recall the enemy using these in a single time in the entire playthrough. Summon Shadow. Shadow is not a good spell. 3-4 HT creatures. The good one was Demi-Shadow. Yeah, Shadow monsters. Similar to the 4th level wizard spell Shadow Monster, except summoned creatures are much more powerful. This will still increase their usefulness as you level up. That's why we would want this. Air elementals are not terrible, but they're the smallest possible kind pretty much, and they won't get any better. Animated is just skeletons and zombies, so not gonna get better. Again, not all that useful. Here's Breach is great, but only against a very few opponents, so I think we want this. However, at the same time, not a priority by any means. Like 99% of the opponents will face will don't care about this. All the monsters would be something totally special. I don't even recall getting this as a scroll game, but this will paralyze most enemies we'll encounter in the game, except undead. Lower resistance is something we want. No, it's not something we want. This is what we need. There's no saving throw against this, and it'll lower their magical resistance up to 60% if we're at level 30. So it'll make everything vulnerable to magic, and it'll stack. So we can drop the magical resistance to 0. Lasts for 2 turns, which is usually much longer than a fight lasts. Cloud kill. Something like this would be great in a situation where we are where we basically have to fight against massive enemy troops, and while we have to just hold on. This will do enough damage that it's hard to deal with. Kills all weaker creatures immediately without a saving throw. Slightly more powerful creatures get a saving throw, and super powerful creatures still take damage. So, very useful. But we can only take 5 spells from this. Spell immunity is a must as far as I'm concerned. Low resistance is a must, so that's 2. Maybe Breach? I'd consider that's a must, because otherwise I have almost nothing to throw against enemy spells, sort of resistances, but I'm not sure if that's true, because if they have something like Stone Skin, I can easily injure them. If they have spell shields, I can still injure them through summons. I would still consider that a high priority, but I think we should just take the summons. The problem here is there's no good attack spells I can take from this, and my point was sort of try to take something that can affect people first. So Cloud Kill would be an option, but it's not that great of an option. Demi-Shadow monsters I think is something I want to take. If for nothing else, I want to see how it scales. The big problem is I already have a decent summon spell now, and I do want to damage things. And what we're up to go against, a Cloud Kill would work just fine. Unless they're immune to poison, then this doesn't work. My biggest problem is that is this gonna retain usefulness? Ooh, what the fuck is that? Sunfire. 15d6 maximum fire. Yeah, it explodes around you, so that you won't take damage, but everyone around you will. Those who roll successful saving throws manage to dodge, fall flat, and receive half damage. So it's a improved fireball. Is there something special about this? Here's what I recall. My recollections about Sunfire being a good spell are from another game, though. It has one or of two things. It's either doesn't allow a saving throw, or it doesn't allow magic resistance, one or the other. But it doesn't apply here. At least I don't know if it works like that. It's a big thing to take, though. It would be another tool that we don't have access to otherwise. It's basically we can do a area of effect damage spell right on top of it on my own character, and with a guarantee that it won't damage us in any way. That's not a minor thing. Problem being, it's probably borderline worthless in many situations, because if things come to that point where we are surrounded, I'm already fucked. It still would be useful in some situations. It has also very low casting time, so you can just easily cast it and not be screwed over. Spell turning might be a thing. We could reflect spells to their original casters, but this isn't all that useful. I don't know. Protection from electricity. I don't want to take it because I know there are potions and things like that that provide this anyway, but it would allow us to play around with the lightning bolt spell quite a bit. I just don't think it's a terrible primary choice or the initial choice for the 5th level. And the Shadow Monsters probably aren't all that interesting right now, so that could also wait. So I'm leaning toward the Cloud Kill. The big problem is that it's poison damage, and I can't be immune to poison damage. So I can't throw this where I am. I sort of don't want to take it because I'd like more trickery. So, but these are all, yeah, I hate getting stuck on a level up like this, but this is not useful now. Well, it's useful, but it's not that great now. We want to kill things, that's the biggest problem we have. Another level summoned creatures wouldn't be bad, because they don't use the same level spell slot, so... And I do want to take this sooner or later. And I don't know if I want to take a damage spell on it from this level at all. So I don't think this is a great choice for now, but will it will retain usefulness throughout probably the playthrough more or less. And I can sort of skip direct damage spells from this level. I'm still not sure if this is a good choice. I do want to see what the spell does, so I do have to take it sooner or later. I suppose this is my hesitancy for the fact that I don't know what's going to retain usefulness later on. I'd like to have damage spells that I can retain heavy protection or immunity against, and the Cloud Kill is something I can't do that with.
Ready? Let's go to work.
Right, what we need to do is clear the path to the blockade,
Anytime.
then we can end it
What
there.
would you have of me? I understood.
He's dead. Just doesn't know it yet.
Ready? I shall not fail. Let's go to work.
125,000 for next level up. That's could be tough to reach, but I don't know if that's
Very well.
impossible before the boss fight in this level. We have a
would you
few
have of
spells,
me?
so we might be
I
able
shall
to
not
move a
fail.
little bit forward. I'm not sure how much closer there I want to go. I don't know where the enemy spellcaster is going to start coming our way. Hmm. Ah, you're another one. There's no way I have enough attack power to kill all these. Time to lose a lot of our buffs. Shit. I'm mostly worried about the raid spider. And that's all I can do. Right, we're in a bit of a bad situation here. I'm losing my defenses. So close to dying, but not yet. I think I had a couple more potions. That is a terrible use of the oil, but what are you gonna do? More oil. Right. I think I'll leave things here more or less. 15 days later. Like, I don't expect anything about the Demi shadow creatures really at the moment. I just expect them to be somewhat useful later on too. We're probably going to skip at least one summon creature, one level spells. We're not going to take summon creatures for 4 because they have limited usefulness. I think we need more attack power next. Protection from spells too. But attack power mainly. There's no way I can use these to kill down the main bad boy of this dungeon complex. Never say never, I guess. We do have 8 spells to summon creatures. That's a lot of attack power, assuming they can affect him. Assuming poison can affect him, that's a lot of poisoning too. So it's not impossible by any means. But I'm not sure if I want to play only in a way where I just sit back in the background and wait for things to happen. It just feels a little bit wrong. I'd rather try to take more advantage of the attack capabilities we already have. Any kind of magical... Oh, I think we want to take the protection from spells of level 3 or less, because that allows us to use both skull traps and lightning bolts, even though we will be standing in the middle of enemies. So that's sort of a good solution to actually that issue entirely. We can use potions to protect against lightning in other situations, so we don't always have to get the shield up. But the shield would protect against a lot of annoying little shitty spells and allow us to use our own spells more effectively. So I think that's the way we'll go. I'll cleanse this area before... there's a small area after the shield, then there's the path, and there's the really larger area. So this is just a small shitty area that I don't think goes anywhere. It might have a couple of monsters guarding it, but that's it. Actually, I'm not sure that's true. Yeah, I think it's a back way into there. So it has 2 entrances. Shit. I don't want to even talk to the villagers until we've cleared this place. Yeah. That's where the fighting will happen. If we fight here, we won't be fighting in the middle of the captives though. That alone will be worth it, so I can just cast freely.